Hi, I'm Brent Antrim, one of the librarians here at Santa Monica College. Today we're going to be showing you a short introduction to our databases page with a new interface as of 2025. In order to get to the library from the college homepage, you have two ways to do it. You can click on students or mouse over student support and then click on the library, or you can click on student support and scroll down to more helpful services and resources and click on library from there. Once at the library, there are a variety of useful entry and access points that you'll see along the left-hand side and in the center of the screen. And at the bottom, we have upcoming events and further resources. But today we're going to be looking at our databases page. Now, oftentimes when you come in to do research, you'll start at OneSearch, which is a very, very broad search. But sometimes you have a very specific topic and you know you need a biology database or a business database or a media studies database. In that case, you would want to go here to the databases button, and it will lead you to an A through Z databases list. There are a number of ways that you can parse this list, but I'm going to show you the page before we do that. We have at this time, as of March of 2025, 130 databases, as well as some trial databases and new databases that have just been added. As you go through, you can access these from off campus, but you will have to log in with your Corsair Connect account username and password in order to get into the resources of each database. There are links for help if you need that. Our most frequently used databases are listed under featured databases. They tend to be broader databases, such as Academic Search Complete or US Newsstream, that contain information on a large number of topics. New and trial databases tend to be more specific, although they can be general. And trial databases are databases that we are determining if there is a need for them or a desire for them. And if a lot of people want them and we can afford them, we subscribe to them. There is also a place to report a problem. Now, you can just go through all 130 databases, read the description to see what they cover, and determine if that is a database that would be useful to your research question. But you can also parse or sort through this database before you go into it. If you know the name of the database that you want to use, say your instructor has said, use JSTOR for this database, or use Gale Business, you can go here and you can tell it the title of the database, and it will bring up that specific database. Another way to search, if you don't have a specific title for a database, but you have a specific topic, you can search that way by subject, and you'll notice it's grouped broadly. So if, for example, I'm interested in science, I can search for that topic and it will bring up 26 databases. Some of them are specific to my topic, and some of them are broader but also contain information on my topic. I can add an additional subject to this search as well. Say I also want to look for research resources within this topic. I can research it, and it broadens it a little bit. It looks for both research sources and science. So here you just have to read the the database description to determine if it is something that is useful for you. So for example, Statista is not specifically a science database. It's more of a business database. However, it does include businesses that cover science. So it might be useful for your topic depending on what you're searching. You can also take off one of those, research it, and it will tell you here are databases that are considered to be research resources. Databases have a variety of different types of resources. So you can tell it specifically, I want one that is looking for videos, or I want one that is specifically newspapers, or I want one that gives me good images. and you can search by the type of information that that database primarily holds. Now, these databases are not just images, even though that's what we're searching for, but they are databases that are heavy on images. So, for example, Oxford Art Online has over 200,000 articles. Those articles contain detailed images about the artists and genres included within the database. And finally, another way that you can search is by vendor. So if your instructor tells you that you need to use a specific publisher of databases, ProQuest databases, Oxford University Press, Gale, or EBSCO, for example, you can search by vendor and see which databases are published by this vendor. Now, a vendor is kind of like Random House publishes books, EBSCO publishes databases. And just like Random House publishes a number of different types of books on all different topics, EBSCO publishes a number of different databases on all different topics. So within this, you could go in and you could use America History and Life for a history class, or you could use Communication and Mass Media Complete for a media class, or you could use ERIC for an education class, as an example. They also have different target audiences. So for example, HealthSource comes in two different flavors. One is if you're in an English class, for example, or a speech class, and you want to talk about Alzheimer's disease. This is for regular people to be introduced to the topic. But if you want to look for Alzheimer's disease and you're a nursing student, you can go to the academic edition, which gives you different types of research articles on that particular topic. Once you find a database that you want to explore, you can simply click on it. It will open up that database. And from here, you can search. When you want to take a look at how to do those searches, check out our other videos on the Santa Monica College YouTube channel. And that is listed on our library homepage under Resources. Contact us at any time if you have a question. Librarians are available 24/7 via our chat reference, and anytime we are open, you can come by as well. Good luck with your research.